Hi, this is Nelson Ranch. So I want to talk a little bit about Musume again. The September 2022 Champions meeting has been announced. It is the Virgo Cup for the second time. It's going to be held at the Oi racetrack. It's 2,000 meters mid distance, but it's dirt. The racetrack is slightly heavy. It's a right turn. It's sunny and it's autumn because it's September. So it's actually quite similar to the championship meeting of April this year. However, uh, one major difference is that there's no hills in this racetrack. It's flat. So no uphill or downhill skills will proc. Uh, and because there's no downhill component, maybe intelligence is less useful here. I don't know, but it's possible. Uh, and OE racetrack gives a bonus to speed if you have 301, 601, or 901 stamina. So I suppose if you want to max out your speed, you want to hit the speed cap plus 901 stamina. If you can't make 901 stamina, you want 601 stamina. Although we don't really know how much stamina you want now. I'll talk about that later. Uh, the last section of the race course in which my Musume will try to go at her top speed is going to happen at the third corner. So once again, the skills that will accelerate your horse, your Musume, would be Seigun Sky's skill for runners, and Mejiro Ryan and Mejiro Dober's skill for betweeners and chasers. There's no such skills for leaders, unfortunately. Um, last one there was, but not this one. Um, because they just entered the third corner and then they'll accelerate. They probably won't be ballooning out, which means that nonstop girl will have a pretty good chance of procking. Some layer of the curve is less likely to proc, although it's possible. In fact, I think it's actually reasonably high here, but nonstop girl is probably a better bet. So if you're going to pick either nonstop or some layer of the curve, um, Yukino Bijin is the character that gives that. So someday it comes from the Guts card, and Nonstop Girl comes from the Intelligence card. Probably go with the Intelligence card. The random acceleration skills for the championship meeting would be Daiwa Scarlet's gold skill for leaders, would be Nice Nature and Guts winning tickets gold skill for betweeners. And for anyone that's fifth place or below, it would be Serious Symboly's gold skill. So if you are a chaser, then that's the skill that you want. I mean, although it's a random acceleration skill, so you can't really bank on it. So here's some things that I think is kind of up in the air right now. Number one is that the new scenario is going to start tomorrow, on August 24th, because it's now the 1.5-year anniversary. And the max speed for the new scenario is going to be 1600. It's going to be 400 above 1200. And on top of that, it looks like your speed can be bumped up a little bit more through inherit as well. So if your max speed is over 60, so that means, like any character that I train now is totally useless in the championship meeting, or for that matter in the stadiums. But what this means is that when your max speed is over 1600, how much stamina do you actually need? And that's also totally up in the air. And I'm sure there's simulators out there and all that, but I don't really trust it for now. I actually want to see it for myself. So that's like another major issue. If your max speed is over 1600, how much stamina do you actually need? And this is probably the biggest of the three major issues that I find is that Oi racetrack is dirt. It's not grass. And there's only a limited number of characters that can run dirt. And I suspect that for this one, more so than in the April of this year, you're going to meet Oguri Cap. Oguri Cap starts with Dirt B and mid distance A. Oguri Cap is very suited for this distance and for this racetrack. And the Christmas version of Oguri Cap is going to have a acceleration skill that happens right at the 770-meter mark, which is right before, the acceleration needs to start. So everybody who's got that character is probably going to run the Christmas Ogre Cap. And, I also have Christmas Ogre Cap, so I will probably be using her as well. Another character that I suspect we'll probably see a lot will be Erokondor Pasa, whether it's in her regular outfit or in her other outfit. I don't think her other outfit is going to be that useful for this particular racetrack because it's acceleration at the last corner, not the third, not the corner in the last segment. So the acceleration has already started, and then she's going to have to accelerate from there. So it's a bit too late. In which case, it's probably better to use El Condor Pasa as a leader, and bank on her unique skill, which allows her to take off when she's first or second place. And that's actually a very powerful skill, personally, I think. I mean, I think a lot of people underestimate that skill. I put that skill on Taik Shuttle for the previous championship meeting for the short distance, and Taik Shuttle, I for a lot of races, I think that skill, the inherited skill from Erukondo Pasa was the skill that allowed her to push the final edge that was, get the final edge that was necessary to win many of the races. Anyway, so I suspect that we'll see that. I might use El Condor Pasa as well. And in the current gacha, it's Dr. Coppa's Ricky, so Coppano Ricky or Coppa's Ricky. I suspect many people will try to use Ricky, especially if they have pulled it. There's a free daily pull right now, so 1 out of 30 people will be able to get her. But considering the number of people who play, when we say 1 out of 30, it's actually not going to be a small number. And starting tomorrow, you're going to get the Smart Falcon's other outfit as well. So, if you pull Smart Falcon's other outfit, then you might see that as well. And of course, if you have Smart Falcon or Agnes Digital or Inari1, these are the 3 characters that start with Dirt A. They will be very strong candidates to run this 2,000-meter dirt championship meeting. It's basically the Japan Dirt Derby. This is what it is, but it's not taking the summer; it's taking the fall. Yeah. A character that has Dirt A is Haru Urara, but unfortunately, Haru Urara has mid-distance G. So that means that no matter how many inherits you pump into her, 10 mid-distance stars, she's going to start with mid-distance C. Not B, but C. So if you want Haru Urara to win, she's going to have to inherit mid-distance 3 times. She needs to inherit it twice to get to A, and then a 3rd time to go from A to S. And that's just nuts. But I know there are people who want Haru Urara to win no matter what. So you might actually see them, man. My hat's off to them. All right. So who are the characters that start with Dirt D or E? The characters that start with Dirt D or E. No, wait, I'll do this. Are Hishi Amazon, Dirt E, Gold City, whether in this version or in her other outfit, Dirt D, Maruzensky, whether in her original outfit or in her swimsuit outfit, Dirt D, Measure McQueen, Dirt E, but whichever outfit she's in. She's got 3 outfits now. Starts at Dirt E. TM Opera O also starts with Dirt E as well. And Meisho Doto, where are you? Here. Also starts with Dirt E. And then I don't have these characters, but Bamboo Memory starts with Dirt D. Yaina Muteki starts with Dirt E. And everybody's got Mayano Top Gun in whichever outfit, but Mayano Top Gun has Dirt E. Now, I have this weird rule in which I actually don't want to use characters that won a championship meeting for me already. That means Swimsuit Maluzensky, which would probably be a very good character to use as a runner, is out for me because she won once. I can't use regular Oguri Cup, but I can use Christmas Oguri Cup because Christmas Oguri Cup hasn't won yet. I can use El Condor Pasa, so these two are candidates for me right now. I can't use Mayana Top Gun because she already won one for me. And I have to, and I can't use, oh yeah, and the other character is Tyke Shuttle. How did I forget? I expect to see a lot of Tyke Shuttles because she's Dirt B, and all you have to do is, raise this to mid distance A, and you want the mid distance to go from A to S anyway. So Taiki Shuttle is another character that I suspect that we'll see in whichever outfit. Um, so I should probably put that in here. Kondo Pasa and Type Shuttle also has Dirt B, so they will probably also show up. There. How did I forget? But I can't use Taiki Shuttle. I don't have her summer outfit. Oh, and Smart Falcon, I want to use, but I can't because she won. So either I have to pray and, win the gacha and get Kopanariki or get the other version of Smart Falcon in the next 6 days or so. Or, bite the bullet and, train, I don't know, Kishi Amazon or Gold City or Measure McQueen. This Measure McQueen already has Autumn, so that's actually pretty good. And because of the how the racetrack is designed, as you can tell, the straight distance is here, then the corner, then the straight distance, then the corners, and then straight distance here. So a straight distance skill like this would actually be effective whether it happens here, whether it happens here, or whether it happens here. So straight distance skill is actually better than the corner skill because the corner skill that happens here is actually not that useful because it's going to happen in here. Straight distance that happens here is also not that useful. But straight distance that happens here, straight distance that happens here, and straight distance that happens here would be useful. Why is this not that useful? Basically, up until the middle, well, actually around here, until the middle of the racetrack, there's this thing called position keep, and the game forces your characters to actually stay within the position. So if you are a runner, then you're going to be in the front, obviously. But if you're a leader and you catch up to the front and you try to pass the front, the game will give you a no-no and actually push you back. And the same with the chasers and betweeners. If you push too far forward, then the game would push you back. So, getting too far forward up until around the middle of the racetrack is actually not that useful. Halfway through the racetrack, that goes away, and so you want to, accelerate. You want to not accelerate, but you want to go as fast as you can. So, skills that happen here and here would be useful. Why is a corner skill like Kitasan Black skill? The one that somebody Rudolph has. Why is this skill not that useful? Because it'll happen here when you're in that position keep, or it'll happen here. And a skill that increases your speed in an acceleration period is actually not useful. Here's why. This skill does not actually raise your speed. What these skills do, it raises your target speed. So your horse girl will try to reach that speed and therefore go faster. In this acceleration phase, the target speed is already way high, and you're trying to hit that target speed as fast as you can. So that's why you want that acceleration skill. Increasing that target speed a little bit higher isn't going to do much because you're still accelerating to that speed. So, the quarter skills aren't as useful. The straight line skills are more useful. Therefore, character like, Narita Bryan, who's got 2 straight line skills, Hat Ichimonji here and Zenshin Zenda here, would be extremely useful, but Narita Bryan is Dirt G, so you can't use Narita Bryan. But, as I said, Mijino McQueen has this skill and this skill, which is quite useful. So it might be like a crazy hairball scheme, but I might actually do Majordomo Queen in this version, raise her to Dirt A and mid distance S, and Dirt A, and then pray that I get mid distance S with two inherits, and see what happens from there. Either that, or you do three mid distance and you start with Dirt B, and you pray that the Dirt B goes to Dirt A and the mid distance goes from mid distance A to mid distance S. That's too much, as if you ask me. um, yeah, Hishiyama's is going to be in that same boat. She'll have a pretty good skill. This skill is useful. This skill is actually very strong. If it happens right at the beginning of the acceleration phase here, but it says the last corner, so it has to happen here. So the acceleration has already happened. But it's actually both a speed and it's a it's a combination skill. So it can still be useful, but I don't know how useful it's going to be. And Shippudoto here is a skill that increases your target speed, but it can happen here, and if it happens here, well, during that acceleration phase, not that useful. Which means if you want these to actually have an impact, it might actually make sense to have the swimsuit gold ship skill and have these two go off with swimsuit gold ship skill. Don't know. Um, how good would it be? Who knows? So the new scenario is tomorrow. When that new scenario comes out, a lot of things will change. Uh, Everything is still up in the air. The only last thing I want to talk about just briefly is that the last 6 months was make a new track. Make a new track was not bad as far as I'm concerned. It was a 6 months period in which you basically race like crazy. And on some level, the game was not fun in terms of the process, but it was fun in terms of the results, because the results are that you got these crazy results. Uh, so let's do it by this. And I'm not that great a player, but I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus a few more UGs that I've, deleted for whatever reason. But I got a whole bunch of UGs, which I certainly didn't expect, because, when I was playing the game before Make a New Track, uh, the best characters that I created were the characters that won, the championship meetings. And let's do it by date. And when I was doing Aoharu, the 6 months before that, it was getting A plus, A plus, S, A plus, and A plus. I mean, the best characters I could get was like an S or S plus. That was like the max I could get. I couldn't get SS at all. And now I can easily get SS, and I can actually hit UG. Which is scary. But the weird thing is I actually won five from during the Aoharu period, during the 6 months. I won five out of the six races during the Aoharu period. And I won four out of the six during the make a new track period. And of course I won zero out of the races during the URA period. So I don't know. With the new scenario, I might, it's gonna be for the next 6 months. I might win five, I might win four, I might win zero. Who knows, right? But looking back, last 6 months, it wasn't bad, right? And I'm looking at Majida McQueen, my favorite character from the second season, and I'm thinking, Maybe I should try this out. This crazy dirt championship meeting. Maybe it's time that I give it a shot. Um, yeah, I don't like doing those crazy things because it's a lot harder. But we'll see. We'll see how the new scenario goes. URA scenario, the Alhada scenario, and make a new track scenario. Looking back, I have to say, uh, personally, I know a lot of people hated it, but I think I actually liked Alhada the most out of the three. URA, I have a lot of fond memories of, but did I really like it? I'm like, and this is a scenario that I liked. This is a scenario that I was impressed by, but I didn't really like per se. Every time I had to make my Musume run like 4 races or God forbid 5 races in a row, I would feel really really bad, and I really didn't want to feel bad while playing a game because they would complain, like this 5 races in a row. What the hell were you thinking about? That's what Goldship would say. Uh, And 3 races was usually the max that you would do during the Al period, or for that matter, the URA period. And although I think in reality, Haru Urara ran crazy number of races, so maybe this make a new track was for her. But anyway, um, I'm looking forward to tomorrow, hoping that a new scenario will pop up and that it's going to be good. We shall see. And the free gachas are going to happen starting tomorrow as well. I've already used the free gacha the for Ricky today. I've got 21 more tickets left. This one is going to go to the 29th. So once the 29th is showing up, like the 28th or something, I might burn all the tickets to get Kopano Ricky and pray that I do. If I don't get Kopano Ricky, then I might be doing or for that matter, the new version of Smart Falcon. If I don't get either, then I might be doing you know uh, the Measure McQueen uh, thing. But there you go. That's it from me. This is actually a, interesting 6 months. I'm so satisfied. I just need to figure out a way to break my habit of spending money on these gacha games. I really gotta stop. All right. But then I stopped smoking. I stopped drinking. I'm not really spending money much. I'm not spending money on much until I started. Until the whole COVID thing happened. I was playing tennis. I was skiing. I was doing these other outdoor activities, and I would spend money on that. And ever since the whole COVID thing started, I'm not going outdoors. I'm not spending money. It's like and I guess it's going here. I don't know. Maybe that's just excuse. I shouldn't be spending money on gacha games in general anyway, and I should start doing sports and exercising more. Alrighty, I'll see you guys around. Take it easy.